the NL Central, which by default we must preview because there are 6 divisions in Major League Baseball and all 6 must be previewed, Kate. Here we are. The Cubs, the favorites to win the division, plus 110 favorites too. Brewers are plus 290. Reds plus 475. That's interesting. Cardinals 8-1 to win the division. Pirates 9-1 to win the division. All those numbers at BetMGM. I guess we'll start at the top with the Cubs, who, they added Kyle Tucker. Like, I don't want to make it as simple as that, but they won 83 games last year. They added Kyle Tucker. That should be enough to win this division. We'll get to the Brewers in a second and their uncanny ability to always just rise to the top of the NL Central. But, the lineup does have questions. I get it. In the bottom half, you push past Tucker, Suzuki, Happ, Michael Busch. There are questions. But this rotation I think it might be sneaky good. You've got 3 lefties in Imanaga, Steele, and Boyd. Tyone, when he stays healthy, I know that's a massive if, can be really good in the middle of any major league rotation. That's 4 deep. Assad has had his moments. I don't feel terrible about the Cubs at the top of this division. I would never bet it at plus 110. But 86.5, you might be able to push me in the direction of an over there. Like I said, questions at the bottom half of the lineup, but I feel pretty good, I think, about the rotation.
Yeah, there's a lot to like about the Cubs this year, I think. You're right, at this price, not worth betting it. Maybe you do look at a win total over. But the rotation, like you mentioned, very strong. Who was it? Kyle Hendricks, the one guy who was replaced this year by Matthew Boyd, bringing him in. And Hendricks struggled a little bit last season. So you're replacing one of your pitchers that struggled more so than the other ones. It was the bullpen that really kind of cost the Cubs a lot late in the season. I believe 12 losses after leading in the 7th inning, which was the second most in Major League Baseball. Like, you're not going to win a whole lot of games when that is happening. I don't really know how I feel about the bullpen or the bullpen guys that they brought. Like, Caleb Thielbar, has he not been around 5 years? I thought he was like 40, like 10 years ago. So does that really improve a whole lot? Eli Morgan, like, I don't know about the bullpen, but I do like what they have in the lineup, in the starting rotation. I think they're going to be competitive. Plus, you look at what else is around the division, and although it's not as crazy as like the Dodgers being minus 700 favorites or anything, but like, I think the Brewers take a step back this year. I know Jake absolutely loves the Cardinals this season, 8-1, but that's, I have some question marks there. Maybe the Reds as well. But I think this is a division that the Cubs should go out and take. They have the ability to go take it for an NL Central division that's usually like, who wants it? Who actually wants to win this division?
It's like you said with this division, it's kind of like bet your opinion. It's kind of just wide open. And me and Jam, we talked ourselves into the Reds when these numbers came out at 6-1. It's gotten bet down. There's still plus 650 out there though, which I kind of like for this team. It's never the Cubs at the number, especially not at a minus price, which is out there. There's still plus 125 out there, which isn't bad. But I think that Shota Imanaga is due for regression big time. I've never been a Jameson Tyone guy. Justin Steele I like. I sprinkled a little bit on him to lead the league in wins at 70-1. But how far is that going to take you? Matt Boyd, we know what he is. Yeah, this lineup should be pretty good, and they're rightfully the favorites. I'm just not wanting to bet that number.